What does it feel to return on stage together?
Class reunion.
Yeah, family reunion.
Yeah,
Family
the
reunion.
last time I saw
That was 97. I still have the NAMM show, but we've been playing together since 97. History tour. Michael's history tour.
been a few decades.
Yeah, and we did 96 and 97 together on the history tour.
It feels great.
Well, really, it's like natural, like it just come back together automatically. It's automatic. You spend so much time playing together.
Loving the hi-hat work.
Oh, you like?
Yeah, I always crank the hi-hat in my
Yes, me too. It's loud in my ear, but I like to be expressive on the hi-hat. You know, I play melodies on the hi-hat. Yeah.
You riff.
Yeah. Yes, it's because it's the clock. It's the hi-hats, the clock, the groove, you know.
Yeah.
So what is the most intense or meaningful memory you have of performing together with Michael?
I can't think of a particular show because all the shows were fantastic, magnificent. Michael's production is incredible, and the staging is humongous. Michael always says he wants to make it bigger than life, and that people can leave home and go home, and they will remember his shows for the rest of their lives. So he made everything in the grandiose fashion of his production. But it's not a particular show because Michael was fantastic every single night. He was thrilling. And I can't think of one particular show, but just being with him and around him is inspirational. It makes you want to do better and be perfection like he is. So he makes you strive to live up to his standards if you want to be there with him. Below his standards, he might be on the next plane going somewhere else. So you got to live up to his standards because his standards are high bar. But if he loves you there, he'll keep you there for all time. And that's what we strive to do. And we have to get good chemistry with him and get the chemistry together. And we enjoy playing our instruments so much that we love music. Still like the kids that we were that discovered it.
It was like 10 years, a 10-year stamp stuck right in the middle of my life. You know? Jesus. I mean, of course, the first show, there was serious anxiety during the day. Like, what's it going to feel like? We've done 2 months of rehearsals, but that is not having 50,000 people staring at you. And I remember just being anxious all day. And once the downbeat hit, it was just like rehearsal. You know, no question, what's the next chord or what's the next song? What's the first chord in the bridge? It just felt real natural. So we could put 100% of our energy into performing and not any energy into like, oh God, I hope I remember this, because you will.
Okay. And the last question for both of you. How important is it for you as original Michael musicians to keep the spirit of his song authentic?
I feel, and I'm sure Jennifer feels the same thing. We're the legacy that he left behind. You know, sort of, we're like the living human will, so to speak. His music is his will, besides the properties and all that stuff like that. But the people that work with him is part of his will as well, because we carry the spirit of the shows we done with him. We shared the stage with him. We shared his concept that we brought to life on stage with him. So we carry on and carry forth. Like tonight, we carried his living will with him by performing his songs to the same best ability we have when we rehearsed with him and played with him. You know, it's always utmost important to please him. So I felt like every time I played any of his songs anywhere, I'm like he's right there in front of me, and I'm doing my utmost best to please him and do my, nothing short of as when I'm with him. So when he's not here now, it's like he's here in my spirit, and I can feel him still when I play his songs. I enjoy that very much. It's like me keeping in touch with him. I play his music, but I still feel him, and so he still lives.
It's really important for us to carry on the legacy because so many people were not even born when we were touring. You know, to see 3 or 4 generations and see the little kids that latch onto it, kids dressed like Smooth Criminal,
amazing,
showing up. Just you can see it in their faces. It brings so much joy to people that they're able to feel it again, or feel it for the first time, not just through YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the generations he influenced, from the very, very youngest to 1, 2 years old, dressing them like him. And then I remember shows, I'm sure you do too, when they had great grandmothers in the wheelchairs, reel them into the stadiums, and they want to see Michael. So all the generations in between, and that's the beauty of Michael. He reached all those generations in between, the 1-year-old and the 90-something or the 100-year-old person, and they all gravitated to one location where he was at to perform, and they wanted to be around him and see him. And that's a pretty incredible sense of power of the love that he shared with people, and the unionship of humanity. He brought together all these generations, 5 or 6 generations of human beings in one place to celebrate his music and to celebrate him. That's pretty powerful when people gravitate to you that way. And he's pretty magic, and the magic is gone, but the magic is still here. Every time you press play on his music, he lives. You breathe life into him, and he's living because you hear his voice. If you press play on a video recorder, you see him dancing and moving. You see life in him. You breathe life into him. So always, always, always press play back his music and bring him back to life.